Shalom, brothers and sisters. I am Father Bitanga Evaristus, Buddhist priest, working in the Catholic Diocese of Ngong, especially in the parish of St. Mary's, Ongata, Rongai. I would like us to meditate about the readings of the 30th week of Ordinary Time. Last week, we said a Christian is the one that through his service builds the body of Jesus Christ. That is the family of God. And he does this because of the love. And this brings us to ask ourselves, which love is the Christian to live for this body of Jesus Christ to be built? And this brings us to meditate about the topic that is the double law of love in Matthew chapter 22, verse 37 to 39. Love God with all your strength, with all your intelligence, and love your neighbor as yourself. This is the topic that we are to meditate about during this 30th week of Ordinary Time. In the Gospel of Sunday, we can see how Jews, scribes, Pharisees are surrounding Jesus Christ. And again, we see him teaching, Jesus Christ teaching to all the category of people who came. They were lame people, they were hungry people, they were blind, they were all people, even those possessed by the evil. But you will realize that the Pharisees, instead of trying to help to ameliorate the life of those who are there, they are setting a trap to Jesus Christ. This is just the picture of our society today, whereas we are not focused on helping, on improving the life of those we are living with, but we are delighting in their faults to make just to laugh and to make them feel inferior to us. It is why the main question comes: what is love? Is our society not blind of what is love? It is why Jesus is teaching us and calling us to live a life that is founded in the double law of love. Love God with all your strength, with all your intelligence, and love your neighbor as yourself. We think that loving God is going for mass every day, praying every time. We think also that the neighbor that we are called to love should be the one we will choose. But in fact, the double law of love is inviting us to do better. The love of God is calling me for a living, a style of life. And the love of the neighbor is calling me to be very present to a neighbor, especially in his difficulties. If the Pharisees are trapping Jesus to let him fall, we are called to look at the neighbor as the one that is in need, that we are called to show this love. Then we realize that the love is above all law. The commandment of God is to liberate the human being, not to bind him. Then the Sabbath should not be above the love, but the Sabbath should build and strengthen our love relation with one another and with God. It is why we can say that the commandment of God is kind of giving us boundaries to allow the humanity to flourish, to allow the life of Christian to flourish, not to bind us up. It is why Jesus will ask his people, who among you when your ox falls in a cistern won't leave all and go to liberate. This is the principle of love. Love liberates. Love goes beyond all law to set boundaries and conditions for the life of the humanity to flourish. But brothers and sisters, at times we forget that love liberates, and we bring in love that enslaves. Love that is the charity. I just give you what you need to survive, but I don't uplift you in your dignity. We also mistake the love as we think it is just the member of my tribe that will be my neighbor, that I will love. Jesus is inviting us to go beyond, to go and set people free. It is why he will tell that woman, that person he was to liberate on Sabbath day, you are set free. You are set free not just to dwell in your freedom, but to use your freedom to express this love to others. We become then apostles of the love. We become missionaries of the love because we have been liberated by love. We have been set free by the love of God to go and love our neighbor. Then we can come back to this double law of love. Love God with all and love your neighbor as yourself. The love of God liberates for us to go and love our neighbor. We realize that actually love calls for humility. Humility that makes me not fight, not hang on what I need, but get rid of it to serve others. Or love calls for this detachment of what I desire and look for what my neighbor is desiring, for us to live together in this harmonious life where everybody is feeling I'm a child of God, where all are delecting in this fact that we are all children of God. Therefore, brothers and sisters, we'll realize that love is also a gift from God. Then I would like us to raise our eyes to Jesus Christ, the one who loved up to the cross to teach us how to love. Amen. Brothers and sisters, I would like to remind you that the references of the texts during the week are on the screen. Thank you for your attention.